Dear Mr. President, it has been said that presidents live inside a bubble in which they are insulated from the public by those closest to them. I'm therefore recording this video letter to relate to you directly the current state of public sentiment toward your progressive agenda in general and your administration in particular. I have heard you say that you taught constitutional law for 10 years. In light of this, I must say that I'm greatly dismayed by the actions that you have taken in recent months. In the simplest possible terms, the separation of powers laid out in the Constitution are as follows. The legislative branch, appropriately enough, passes legislation. The judicial branch interprets legislation, and the executive branch enforces legislation. Forgive me for pointing out the obvious, Mr. President, but being the executive does not give you the legal right nor the prerogative to dictate legislative changes. It seems that while you may indeed know the letter of the law, you have no regard for it. Perhaps you believe yourself above the law. If so, Mr. President, you are mistaken. Yesterday, the Senate voted 52 to 48 to suspend, for the first time in our history, the protections put in place by the founders for the minority party. Perhaps the level of frustration Democratic senators feel over the embarrassing rollout of the Affordable Care Act compelled them to do anything to make it appear as if they have the upper hand. Sadly, the result will be the opposite, as you and Senator Reid both stated in 2005. Now, apparently, according to Oprah Winfrey, the American people have no respect for you because you're African American. That is not only patently absurd, given your landslide victory in the last election, it in fact does you no service, as it presents the appearance of more an excuse than an explanation. The reason you've lost respect is you are perceived by many as a tyrant who fancies himself more king than president. One final thought, Mr. President. It is my considered opinion that you personally have done more to harm the cause of progressivism than any army of conservatives ever could have. And for that, I thank you. Sincerely, Jeff Corbin.